What is going on, guys? Thank you so very much for stopping by the channel once again today. I got a little bit of extra for you. It is June 14th, 2022. I am JD from New York, as always, coming to you from the OTS venue. Thank you guys so very much for joining me on this Tuesday afternoon, wherever you may be. Brother Matt has finally broke his silence in regards to Brother Nero. Jeff Hardy being arrested yesterday has everybody very opinionated and everybody very worried. Matt Hardy finally releases a statement earlier this morning. Tony Khan has finally issued a statement via AEW, brings the ban hammer down on Jeff Hardy. We'll go over what Tony Khan's decision is in this Jeff Hardy situation. There is footage of Jeff Hardy being arrested courtesy of TMZ. We'll talk about that. And Roman Reigns, why Roman Reigns was given both the Raw and SmackDown championships, WrestleVotes with a mind-numbingly stupid update via WWE and what they were thinking with Roman Reigns. All this plus so much more right here on Off the Script. Follow me on social media at JD from NY206. That's Twitter and Instagram. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for all notifications. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. Let's try for 1,000 likes minimum on today's OTS Extra. And go check out all the other videos that you might have missed on the channel, including last night's Monday Night Raw post show. Very, very entertaining. Thank you for making the podcast #1 in the community last night, as well as Off the Script 433, which was live on Sunday nights right here on YouTube. Everything you need is right there on the homepage. Let's start with Brother Matt. Matt Hardy issues a statement on social media early this morning around 11 a.m. He said this in regards to his brother Jeff Hardy, and I quote, "It was disheartening to hear the news about my brother yesterday. Recovery isn't a linear process, and I will continue doing whatever I can to help my brother be healthy. Being healthy and well is the most important thing for Jeff, his wife, his children, and our family at this time." Now, if you guys were not around yesterday, let me get you caught up on everything. Jeff Hardy was arrested early Monday morning and charged with a DUI, his third offense in what was reportedly the last 10 years. Meltzer yesterday said it was his third offense in about 3 or 4 years. Jeff bonded out of jail for $3,500 on Monday evening. He was removed from this week's Dynamite main event with the Young Bucks and Jurassic Express in a triple threat match, ladder match, for the AEW Tag Team Championships. And Tony Khan brought down the hammer on Jeff Hardy, which we will talk about in a second. Nothing was said or done yesterday until earlier this afternoon. Matt finally issues a statement, so I'm glad that he's recognizing this, and we are now facilitating Jeff getting healthy. So I know everybody was worried about what Matt was thinking. I think at this point he needed to say something because this is just erratic. And it's happening way too often. I know he said in the past that Jeff is his own man. He's going to handle things on his own. It's about time we all collectively get together and support Jeff Hardy, including his family. Something needs to be done. Something needs to be done, and I don't want to see this get any worse after what I saw on the TMZ video, which I'm not going to be allowed to show you because I don't want TMZ to bring the ban hammer down on me. So I'll leave you guys the link in the description below if you guys want to go check the video out yourself. TMZ released a very, very scary video of Jeff Hardy being arrested. And this is something that I didn't really think I was going to be watching this morning. But what you guys watched, if you saw it, is 3 police officers at 10:30 in the morning pulling Jeff Hardy over in a white Dodge Charger, and they draw their weapons on Jeff Hardy. TMZ posted this video early this morning of Jeff Hardy's arrest. Their report noted that 3 officers were apparently so concerned about Jeff Hardy's state when they pulled him over that they drew their guns and pointed the guns at Mr. Hardy. The video shows cops stopping Hardy's Dodge Charger on the freeway, seemingly because Jeff was not complying. He even, if you guys watch the video, I believe he tried to drive away, or if he accidentally hit the brakes and the brake lights went on. I don't know what was going on, but they had their weapons drawn because of his erratic behavior. Jeff was not complying. You eventually in the video see the driver's side door open and Jeff being backed away from the car. Thankfully, things did not get any worse in the video. Jeff is then asked if he knows why there were several 911 calls made about his erratic driving. Jeff then apparently told police he drank double shots of Fireball before driving at 10:30 in the morning. The breakfast of champions, I see. Fucking Fireball shots. Good to know, man. I'll put that on my fucking things of my list of things to do for tomorrow morning when I'm sitting down having breakfast. Hardy also told cops that he had a doctor's appointment for his head to do a brain scan. Hardy was eventually told that he was under the arrest for the offense of DUI. According to police documents, Hardy blew a .291 and a .294 on the breathalyzer test. He was bonded out of jail, like I said, for $3,500 Monday evening. Scary. The video was fucking scary, man. They told Jeff Hardy to sit on the car and listen to them as they spoke to him. He sat Indian style on the floor with his legs crossed. Then they had to, then you guys seen in the video, he tried to do the sobriety test, and the police officer told him to put your feet together and your legs together and stand on this straight line. He couldn't even stand on the fucking, in a parking spot he was. Walking along the parking line. He couldn't even stand up correctly. He didn't know what day it was. He was wearing a Jacksonville Jaguars t-shirt. The police officer asked him, "Are you a fan of the Jacksonville Jaguars?" He did not know who he was in this moment, man. Downright scary. Then the police officer had him count backwards from 30, and while he was doing that, the police officer was putting cuffs on Jeff Hardy at that point, arresting him and taking him in for the offense of driving under the influence. Man, scary shit. It is scary fucking shit. I got so many fucking questions. Whose Dodge Charger was it? How did he get possession of a vehicle if he has no fucking license? The police officer in the video even asked him for his license or his wallet. He wanted to go get it in the car. The police officer was very animated. He's like, no, you stay here. Where is it? He's looking for his license on his body. He don't have no fucking license. Guy's playing it off as if he's, oh yeah, I'm all right. Police officer went into the car to go get the license. Police officer asked where he was going. Oh, I got a doctor's appointment. I got a brain scan coming up. He tried to use the brain scan and the brain issue and the concussion issue as a reason for him swerving on the road. I mean, I don't understand it, man. Like I said, I see it with my own family. Denial, it gets worse every single fucking time, man. The more you do it, the worse the fucking denial is going to be. It is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Where did he get the Dodge Charger from? Whose Dodge Charger is it? Is it a rental? How did he get the rental? You need a driver's license to rent a fucking vehicle. Why was he drinking at 10:30 in the fucking morning? Was he somewhere last night? Did he get home safe? I don't know. He apparently hit the road again at 10:30 in the morning. Did he wake up and start drinking again? Did he stay up all night? Was he on the road all night? How many fucking times has he done it and not got caught? That's the fucking problem. That's one of the major problems here. So many questions. Where's he coming from? Why didn't he take an Uber? Who was he with? So many questions, man. Whose fucking car is this? Whose Dodge Charger was it? Police officer asked him where he's coming from. North Carolina. Where you going? North Carolina. Those were the answers given by Jeff Hardy, who apparently only had a couple of shots of Fireball at 10:30 in the morning, man. Yes, they're great. Yeah, I can't wait to fucking indulge in some Fireball tomorrow morning before I get myself ready for the fucking day ahead of me. Tony Khan, he posted on social media. Tony Khan has suspended Jeff Hardy. He will not be appearing on AEW television until he gets the proper help that he needs. Tony Khan says this, and I quote, "We were able to resume contact with Jeff Hardy this afternoon. AEW does not condone Jeff's alleged behavior. We've made it clear to Jeff that we'll assist him in getting the treatment for substance abuse issues, which he has indicated that he's open to receiving. In the interim, he is suspended without pay and can only return to AEW upon successfully completing treatment and maintaining his sobriety. If you or a loved one needs help, please reach out to the SAMHSA's National Helpline, 1-800-662-HELP-4357. Tony Khan, President and CEO, All Elites Wrestling. This was the right move to make. There's nothing more that needs to be said here. You know, I find it very funny how people are blaming me for and criticizing me because I said Jeff Hardy walked away and pretended that he was under the influence in WWE. He was not. He was not. It was only a softball question that I threw to my audience. Yet people are running with the narrative that I said, oh yeah, Jeff definitely jumped the barricade at that WWE house show and pretended to be intoxicated because he didn't want to be there anymore. Jeff took a fucking drug test. It came back negative. WWE jumped the gun. WWE wanted to get him help. He said no. The fuck do you want me to do about that? It's not my fucking problem. WWE wanted to do the same thing that AEW did. He said no. It was a very, very different situation. He wasn't under the influence there. If you believe WWE sent him out there at a house show under the fucking influence, you are a complete fucking idiot. This is a completely different situation. WWE wanted to do the same thing that Tony Khan is doing now. He said no. Now he has no fucking choice. This is the end of the line for this type of behavior. So yes, Tony Khan made the right move. I still have people telling me, oh, of course you're going to agree with Tony Khan. Of course you're going to fucking push that narrative. But when WWE tried to do the same thing, you shit on the company. No, I did not. I only shit on John Laurinaitis for begging Jeff Hardy to come back because they fired him wrongfully when he had a negative test come back. They wanted him back and wanted to put him and entice him with a Hall of Fame induction for him to come back to the WWE so that he won't go to the competition. That's what I was arguing, and that's what I was really laughing at, not WWE. I praise WWE for helping everybody. I wish they would do it more so. But this is a different situation now. This is the end of the line. Jeff did what he did, and now Tony Khan has him on his roster, and something needs to be done. AEW and Tony Khan made a statement today. Warner Media pulled all Jeff Hardy advertisements from Dynamite, and from now on, they're making the right moves. This man needs help, and now they're getting him help. Everybody seemingly says this is the right move. You got some bad seeds in the community that don't like this move. I don't know what the fuck you don't like about it. Tony Khan is getting him help. People think that this is going to facilitate more demons and drive Jeff Hardy to drink more. How's he going to drink if he's getting the proper help that he's getting? If he falls off the wagon, fine. That's his fucking problem. He goes back and gets more help, and we take that situation when it comes to us. We cross that bridge when we get there. But he's got more than enough of a support system. Tony Khan, AEW, his family. He's got influences and inspirations that have gone through the same thing. You don't think Jon Moxley could be a huge fucking just bubble around him, giving him that strength and inspiration? That's the biggest inspiration in that locker room that you could possibly have during this entire ordeal. Look at what that man went through, and he recognized the problem. He's got good fucking people around him right now, just like he did in WWE. He's got great people around him. I want nothing but the best for him out of this situation. But please, for the love of fucking God, stop making this an AEW WWE situation. It is not the time or the place. And everything that you're saying about people who said, oh, he faked being under the influence to leave the company, cut the shit. Nothing about that was said, and all we did was fucking rag on people power because he begged him to come back when a negative test is all that Jeff Hardy wanted at that time, and guess what? It came back negative. Give me a fucking break. Tony Khan has made the absolute 1,000% right decision in regards to Jeff Hardy, and he's not going to be back on television until he gets the proper help that he needs. He's got to be forced into getting the proper help that he needs. What are his biggest passions in life? Music and wrestling. He needs wrestling in his life. We want to see him wrestle until he can't do it anymore, but he can't do it under the current circumstances and situations that he's under right now. So if he wants to get help and he wants to wrestle, Or if he wants to wrestle, I should say, he's got to get the help that he fucking needs. And he's being suspended without pay. Excellent call. Excellent, excellent, excellent call by Tony Khan. And finally, guys, Roman Reigns, WrestleVotes. They put out a tweet earlier this morning at 12:40 p.m. or in the afternoon. It's morning to me. They said this on social media. According to a source, the creative decision to unify the titles was with the understanding that it would allow Roman Reigns to appear on both shows, both being in capital letters, both shows more regularly. Maybe that wasn't the best decision. WrestleVotes is reporting that the WWE Championship and the Universal Championship were quote-unquote unified, which they weren't because there's two championships. If it was unified, there'd be one championship. I talked about this last night on the Monday Night Raw post show. If there are two championships, they are not unified. They are simply undisputed. WWE doesn't go around calling it the unified World Heavyweight Championship. They call it the undisputed World Heavyweight Championship. If it was unified, there'd be one title. With the understanding that Reigns would be appearing on both Raw and SmackDown more regularly, obviously that has not happened, and Roman Reigns doesn't really even want to bother with Monday Night Raw. Last night on Raw, the Usos and Paul Heyman appeared, but there was no sign of Roman. Reigns was also not on last week's SmackDown, but he will be on the show this Friday to defend his titles against Matt Riddle. Riddle versus Reigns was originally scheduled for Money in the Bank. WWE pulled that because they had sold out the more intimate MGM Grand Garden Arena, and they don't need Roman Reigns to help them sell out 60,000 seats in Allegiant Stadium. So they pulled him from the show and opted to do this title match on SmackDown instead of at the pay-per-view, and they're leaving the pay-per-view to breathe and let the Money in the Bank ladder matches be the spotlight of the show. He's currently scheduled for SummerSlam, though, where he would defend the title against Randy Orton. So thank you for giving away the outcome to the Matt Riddle-Roman Reigns match as if it wasn't predictable already. Reigns hasn't wrestled since the 522 house show in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Going forward, he will wrestle a lot fewer house shows and roughly 6 pay-per-view events per year. Yes, WrestleVotes, this wasn't the best decision for WWE. I honestly don't know where they go with this. We got Riddle, we got Reigns and Orton at SummerSlam. We got Reigns and McIntyre at Clash at the Castle. A lot of people are claiming, it should be Drew McIntyre to beat Roman Reigns. That's an awful fucking decision. That's an awful decision. Nobody wants to see that. We're not wasting 700 fucking days of our life to give the fucking title to Drew McIntyre, man. I feel like that's a huge fucking waste of everybody's time. Now, why would Roman Reigns defend both championships? There are 2 championships. Paul Heyman's a smart guy. Why would he want Roman Reigns to lose both championships to Drew McIntyre in one shot when Roman needed 2 matches to win both championships? Paul Heyman needs to have it ironclad in the contract that this match will only be for the Universal Championship. Drop that title to Drew McIntyre. Put Roman Reigns on Monday Night Raw. They need him, and Monday Night Raw needs the WWE Championship. From there, he's got AJ Styles, he's got Seth Rollins, he's got Bobby Lashley, and he's got Edge to keep him busy for the rest of the year until Cody Rhodes comes back, wins the Royal Rumble, and challenges Roman Reigns at WrestleMania to win the WWE Championship, and Roman Reigns can take all the fucking time off that he wants. Did I stutter? No, I did not. That's the way to go about business. Cody and Roman is the match. Now, if Roman drops both titles to Drew McIntyre, which I find to be fucking terrible, I think that's a terrible idea. If Roman drops both titles to Drew McIntyre, then more than likely, in my honest opinion anyway, it's going to happen. Seth Rollins is going to win Money in the Bank. If Drew McIntyre is both champions, if he's the undisputed WWE champion, Seth Rollins is more than likely going to cash in on Drew McIntyre at some point this year, beat Drew McIntyre, become the undisputed champion, and Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins will be the match at WrestleMania while we get Rock versus Roman, which I don't really give a shit about. And that will be your 1-2 combination at WrestleMania in Los Angeles. I don't really want to see Cody versus Seth Rollins because we've seen it 3 fucking times already, and Cody's won all 3 matches, one of them with the torn pec. It's not going to be as important as if he beats Roman Reigns or if he beats Roman Reigns. It's not going to be there. The epicness of Roman and Cody is there. The match between Seth and Cody will just be a 4th match in a string of great matches, but there's not going to be as much of importance there if you compare it to him beating Roman Reigns. That's just my opinion on the matter. But WrestleVotes, obviously, yes, it's not the best decision. And WWE, they're typically a company that doesn't make the best decisions. Thank you guys very much for all your support. Hit that thumbs up. Let me know what you guys think down below of all the top stories. What do you think about Tony Khan bringing the hammer down on Jeff Hardy? Do you agree with this decision? Is it right? Let me know what you guys think of everything, including that Roman Reigns article and that tweet by WrestleVotes. Do you agree with me? Roman versus Cody, or do you want to see Seth versus Cody at WrestleMania? What do you do with the WWE Championships right now on Monday and Friday night with Roman Reigns being on a part-time schedule? Guys, hit that thumbs up. 1,000 likes is the minimum today on OTS Extra. And make sure you guys join us, me and Jesse, Wednesday night. We got another big Dynamite post show planned for you guys right here from the OTS venue. Until then, guys, enjoy your Tuesdays, and I will see you all live again tomorrow night with Jesse for AEW Dynamite.